End the stream. Hey, Katie. All right, this is pretty poor quality from this laptop. Anyways, all right. So, can Jordan have $5? No. Uh, Epic asked me a question about how do I calculate belly lengths. I can hear that, Jordan. Okay, so welcome to the stream. First of all, thank you for coming. Hey, Jim, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, buddy. All right, so Epic asked me the question, how do I calculate belly lengths? And let's see here. So for a 6-footer, it's all 550 paracord. We're looking at, for your first belly, if you want to write this down, it's 2 strands at 12 feet, 1 strand at 8.5 feet, 1 strand at 6.5 feet. And then we're moving to our second belly. We're doing 2 strands at 17 feet, 1 strand at 11.5, 1 strand at 9.5, and 1 strand at 5 feet. And then finally, for our overlay, this is the one you want to make. This is what you're going to see on the outside. So you want to make this colors, whatever colors you like. You have 2 at 26 feet, 1 at 20 feet, 1 at 14 feet, 1 at 11 feet, 1 at 9 feet, 1 at 7 feet, and 1 at 5 feet. So that'd be your overlay. And now what I do to calculate the next, like say if I wanted to cut this whip in half, basically, if I want to make like a 3-footer, just minus everything by half, and then you get a 3-foot bullwhip. So that's how I size up and size down. So if you want to make a 12-footer, you just times this 6-footer by 2, and that basically takes care of it. So you'd have 2 really long strands at what it would be. Let's see. I was not prepared for this question. Yeah, 2 strands at 52 feet for the overlay would be the biggest of the strands. So, but anyways, we got Jim here. How's it going, buddy? He was one of the employees at my job I'm at now, and really nice guy. Good to see you again. Jordan, she still wants $5. Anyways, how many whips have I made overall? I answered that question already. 400. I'd say about 400 plus. It could be more than that, but offhand, I don't really know. I probably should have kept track, to tell you the truth. So we'll be 4 minutes in. All right. Anybody else coming? No. It could be less. Jordan says it could be less. All right. I came a little prepared this time. Oh, God. Are you ready? My first whip I ever made, right here. Pretty scary. not good. It took me 14 hours. I went straight. I built it 14 hours straight, and that's how I was really hooked into making them. And I made that knot actually afterwards, but it's still not too good, guys, as you can see. And for this two pass diamond pattern on the handle, it looks good on one side, but then you roll it over, and I don't know what happened. No idea. Pretty horrible. And instead of binding the bellies with lacing tape and artificial sinew, this is the original one I copied from Nick's Whip Shop, his first bullwhip tutorial, and that was about 7 years ago now. And the actual core for the binding to make this whip actually tapered is actually electrical tape, which is horrible. As you can see, over time, you have no transition. Versus, let's see, one of my newer whips. This one's about, I want to say 2 years old. You can see that one still holding off the handle right here, pretty solid. You just get better over time as you build whips. Do you see the difference? Pretty horrible, guys. I mean, this will still crack, but it's almost just like a stock whip, which is not what it was intended to be. So I keep looking down right here. I'm having trouble. The camera's right here. Looks like we got 4 people here. The fourth guy, let yourself be known. Is it Isaac? Where do you get lacing tape? Epic. Roblux. I don't know how you see it. A Roblux pool. Okay. Mortgages. Anyways, where do you get your lacing tape? Last time I got lacing tape, it was on eBay. And you got to be kind of careful because if you buy the wrong one, geez, it's rough. The lacing tape can be waxed, which will work, but you really want lacing tape that is not waxed because that way it grabs onto the artificial sinew a lot better. But I would check out eBay for sure. It could be less. But anyways, I'm gonna go with my latest whips that I just made completed. The Catatonia themed ones. And to actually do this pattern, to make it look like there's an extra color in there, that's actually using the micro or nano paracord. This stuff right here by Atwood. So what you do as you're plaiting down the whip, this was a 14 plat, you need to have another 14 strands of the micro or nano paracord, and then you basically just weave along the side. So every 550 paracord that you pass over, that micro or nano paracord will go with it, and it'll actually create that cool pattern. And then as you switch it up, you can see it really changes it up real cool. Which whip? Okay. Jordan asks, which whip was your favorite you made so far, and why? Um, so far, which one have I made so far? It'd have to be that Target bullwhip, that one I completely designed from the ground up. And I actually have the specs for it here. There's a tutorial on that one too, on the Target bullwhip. It's like 5 parts, unfortunately. Might take a little while to get through. But let me get to the paperwork here. How's everybody doing tonight? No response. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. We're almost there. Okay, I think I've hit it. So that'd be the ultralight Target bullwhip. There's actually a video on it too of me testing it. Jim says I'm good on his days off. Well, that's good, man. So the ultralight Target bullwhip, which can be 6 foot or 6.5, actually has a core that is music wire. It's a 3/16 inch rod, and it's a 13-inch handle, so it's pretty long. That way you can actually get your accuracy down. And it's a straight run of 95 paracord. Now that's a really, really small diameter paracord with one core thread in the middle. And then that's the first belly, and you bind that. What I mean straight run is you just take the strands and you just run them straight along the whip. So if you're, let's see. So instead of weaving them around it, say if this is the rod, you just do this and you straight run them right alongside of the whip, and your core, your BBs are going to be right here, and then you just bind that up. That's how you do the first belly. And your second belly is actually going to be 275 paracord. So that's like half of the 550, which is the normal size paracord. When you run the 275, you're actually weaving that, plaiting that on the handle. And that's a 16 plait for the second belly. Then you bind that. Then your overlay, which is what you see on the outside, is 550 paracord, and that's a 14 plait with a highlight strand of 275 along the side of the 550. So it really makes a really smooth whip, and like I said, it's very accurate because of the long handle, but it also is very soft as well. I don't have one in here right now, but I have something similar to that one, orange and gray one. This one's actually, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. It's an upwards taper. Instead of tapering it back, I tapered from here, and it actually got wider as I went up here. But along the same principles as this, I believe this is built the same way. It's been such a long time since I made these ones, but it makes the whip really come to life in your hand. To tell you the truth, it's a pretty rough stream. Anyways, Yeah, I'm off too, Jim, for 2 days. Then it's back to oil trucking slash bobtailing with a fuel truck. All right, Epic just asked me how many whips have I sold. It's probably less than. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm not really a popular. I'm not really one of the popular guys like Nick's Whip Shop or something like that, or Caliber Whips or Whip Works. These guys, I know most of these guys, so I'd say I want to say right around 100 probably sold. Might be less, might be a little more, but ballpark. It's not a weird question. Don't worry about that, man. And June 19th of this year, I have been making videos since 2016. So that's about that's 5 years of being on making YouTube videos. So I haven't gotten any better. No, it's gotten a little better over time. Making whips for about 7 years total. I hope the quality of this camera is okay. It seems like it's really choppy on my side, guys. But anyways, yeah, 7 years of 2 years of just trying to get the basics down and figuring it out. And let's see about the material. Yeah, yeah. Now here, that's another thing. Jim just brought it up. Sir James Blair. I used to call Jim. I used to call your. I used to thought your last name was Bailey. To tell you the truth, I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but but no, I knew it was Blair after a little bit there. Yeah, I started. I actually met Jim through yard work about it's 10 years ago now, 9 years ago, something like that. Yeah, I did some yard work for Jim, and he told me about our fuel company that they needed a yard man, and so I came down and I went down there 3 times, and they hired me, and the rest is history. But yes, I do remember the first video, Jim. You actually filmed it of me cracking the first whips, and I know he has that video still, but I don't have it on my YouTube account here. Let's see which whip. Yeah, I got that. Answer humans' questions. That's what I wrote. Let's see here. I could talk about some materials I use for the whips, I guess. Um, so you guys see my first whip and you see my latest whips, which these are actually golf club handles underneath, carbon fiber golf club handles, graphite, not carbon fiber, graphite golf club handles, and they do have about I think it's about 2 inches of shot load in the tips, right there, and I anchored them into the handle by tying a knot, and then I also used super glue, and then pulled as hard as I could, and it's basically like a stopper inside the core of the hollow golf club handle. And these are 17 inches long, and they really make for a nice light whip. But they're also really good at target whipping because they're so long. But yeah, then he's gonna send that video over, so hopefully we can upload that to the channel. Right on, Jim. Sounds good. Another thing about making whips is making two of the same exact kind, which is not easy to do. So what you want to do is actually, when you're plaiting, you want to go for about 3 inches and then stop and then go to the other whip. Put the other whip in the vise and then continue. So you have the exact same pattern for each one. So it's basically like a mirrored whip. And basically what that's doing is you're making a whip identical to the other one. That way they both have the same balance and they both drop strands at the same spots. So what else we got over here? We got some, I think these are the green typhoons right here. Another golf club handle, one of the first ones, and you can see the transitions. More of like a hybrid whip on this one, basically because they broke free. But in this case, they don't have the little cup to seat into. So, and these are shot loaded for about, I think, 3 inches in this one. And there's a video on this one. You can look them up. Yeah, I use these quite a bit actually. That's why they're kind of broken in. So, but yeah, let's get to some newer stuff here. For my crackers, I don't know how many viewers we got. All right, here we go. For the crackers, I use Dyneema thread, and this is I think it's T90, and you can get this on eBay. It's kind of pricey, but it really makes for a really good cracker. I'll tell you that. The durability is excellent versus regular nylon, bonded nylon. So let's see what else we got here. I don't know, waxed artificial sinew. You get that on Amazon or eBay. I'll get to some stock whips here. Now these handles are actually poplar, and they're only 14 inches long. These are basically a mini whip. The actual whip portion is almost like 3.5 feet long. But you got your keeper right there. This is one of the first ones that I actually had success with because the keepers were a lot smaller. Instead of that monster video whip I made where the keepers were like double the thickness and they were like that wide. They were too big, way too big. But as you make them, you learn new things. So then a square start right here. Really turned out nice. I painted the dowel rods, the poplar dowel rods, and kind of did my own thing with the binding right there. But they're a fun little whip to crack. Moving on. 24 minutes. Oh, I'm thirsty. We just got some new hockey tape in, which is a good thing to have for whip making. Got some new hockey tape. So I'm going to be making some whips coming up here. That's pretty neat. I didn't know that's the first time they sent it in a tin. Howie's hockey tape. Good for binding the bellies and creating a taper down the whip if you don't have that catfish slinky material that I use, because that stuff can be kind of pricey. This was only like $15, so you get 3 rolls of hockey tape for whip making. So moving on. Oh, you already seen the. Yeah, you already seen that. This is actually a double. These are the Southern Hostility bullwhips with the upwards taper. I was trying out something new, like I said earlier. You guys see that? I wish you could see it better. There we go. Just testing out some new ideas, having more weight out front. They're 5-footers. They turn out pretty nice. And okay, so I haven't made a video for this really weird, awkward whip. You guys are probably gonna laugh, but it's really different versus everything else I've made. So this is actually a video that I haven't made, like I just said. Okay. It's all OD green with red highlights. And then as you go down the whip, the red becomes more pronounced as you go. Sorry. And eventually there is no more OD green. And it's solid red. That wasn't easy to do, to make that happen. And then we got this really, I was looking at this earlier. I was like, I can't believe I made this, because I don't really remember making it. It's like a custom made fall. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's basically tapered. I don't really remember making it, but I did, so turned out pretty cool. What? Jordan says. Jordan, what? Okay, so back to the handle. This is, yes, I will explain the handle, Jim. Okay, so Jim and I are both, and my wife, we're all fishermen, and I based this off the Arapaima fish that's actually from the Amazon. So it's a really different design. I kind of went crazy with the knots. You can see this is really weird. What I did was I built a foundation that was on an angle, and it is comfortable in certain spots, but it really doesn't feel great because it's huge. The knot is just the foundation's gigantic on this thing. But this is the Arapaima bullwhip, and you can see I tried to make fins right here. I mean, it looked kind of cool when I was making it, and then I realized afterwards it looks kind of like a heart now instead of a fish fin. But yeah, both of these knot foundations are built on angles, which a lot of the whip makers say that doesn't hold up, but you have to really design it just right so everything's tight and everything fits. So it's basically a fish theme bullwhip right here. And this strap, it came up a little short to use it to actually grab onto it, but you can grab it right here if you wanted to, I guess. Which that turned out pretty neat too. Nice flat braid right there. Just so the whip doesn't go flying out of your hand as you're cracking. But yeah, really cool bullwhip. I'll make a video for this one for sure. Yeah, really neat overall. Anyways, all right. Do I have anything else? Everything's hanging behind me. Okay, so we have 5 5 people here. Any questions? My wife's watching out there. She's Jordan in the chat, and she says what? I don't know what she means. All right, we reached the half-hour mark. Too bad. There's only 5 here. All right, so we're on to this whip right now. This whip is actually based off the Indiana Jones theme from the Last Crusade, the 3rd film. And I know you guys are going to say I haven't seen it yet, but I've watched all 5 videos on how to make a whip. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, Jason. Thanks for watching, man. So this is based off the Indiana Jones themed bullwhip that you've seen hanging in the. I remember seeing the picture for it, and I was like, "Well, I'm going to try copying that." So I basically pulled it off right here with 550 paracord, even though that one was leather. So this is an 8-footer with about, I think it's 9 inches of BBs in this one, and we have a 8-inch handle with a wrist loop, so you can wrap that around your wrist. Doesn't come flying out of your hand. But yeah, 2 bellies, 1 overlay. We have pineapple knots at the heel and the transition, which are really nice versus the 2-pass Turk's head knot, which I don't really care for anymore because it seems like they loosen up over time. But this one really turned out nice. I mean, I just did standard diamond pattern for the handle 2-pass, and then nothing fancy down the whip. And this one we do have a 4-point fall hitch with about, I want to say about a 22-inch cracker or a 22-inch fall. I haven't put the cracker on yet. Yeah, that's a nice whip. And we have this little one right here. This one's a little rough, but the whip part is actually pretty nice. I believe this one is a 3.5-footer. So I basically took my target whip, the one that Jason's talking about. I took my target whip and I miniaturized it, pretty much, into a smaller package here. So with this one, it has a really cool fall as well. I don't remember doing these. I'm looking at it. I'm like, how did I make that? If you guys can see that, it's like I ran the paracord through itself, and then came back out, and then went back in again. It's kind of like a chain pattern. But yeah, a really nice little whip. If you don't want to make too much noise, ultra light. Should probably do a little tutorial on that. That'd be pretty cool. Wouldn't be too long either. So remember at 34 minutes. Anybody tired yet? Anybody tired of looking at me? Jordan, are you tired? Oh God, I hit the button. All right. So yeah, Jordan says me. So we have three viewers still. All right. Okay, so we're going to do something special. Okay, we have 4. Stay here. Don't go. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to try it. All right, so I'm going to do a whip giveaway right now for this whip right here. Turn on the studs. Turn on the studs. No, you can only do that with the phone. Yeah, I'm on the laptop in here, so I hope the quality is here. Anyways, we're doing a whip giveaway right now. Now, I guess, I mean, we only have 3 guys here, so let me give me a second here. There we go. All right. So the whip giveaway. Now, how are we going to do this? I guess we just guess a number. So what we're going to do is I'll write down a number in between whoever's the closest, I guess. I don't know how else to do this. All right, everybody guess right now. It's going to be free shipping, and it's a free whip. So all right. I got the number written down. All right, he's already guessed. Kitchen is not a number. And Jordan, isn't Jordan disqualified? So I'm guessing between 1 and 50, I guess. Everybody gets one guess. There's only a couple people here, so I think it'd be that hard. Whoever's the closest. Already wrote the number down, so I wrote the number down already on the back of this paper. Jordan, you can guess. That's not fair. No. That's not fair. It's not fair. My wife doesn't want to whip. Anybody else? Jim, you can guess too. Jim, you want to whip? Just hang on the wall. YT dub. All right, you got like I'll give you like another 15 seconds. Everybody's guessed. 1 out of 50. Jim, come on. All right, that's enough. All right. How do you? God, I gotta stop you guys. I have to stop it. All right, that's it. 27. So who is the closest? All right. So YT Dub. He is the closest. He underbid. So you win the whip, man. Yes, let's go. All right, so my link is my email is in the description down below for you to send me your information, and I'll send it out to you. Okay? Are you in the? Hopefully, are you in the States? YT Dub, are you in the States? United States? Because there's a catch. 'Cause if it's in Canada or something like, oh no, no. Okay, so this is basically like a $250 whip. You'll pay for shipping? All right, okay, that sounds good. All right, man, just email me. Like I said, my email's in the description down below, so that'll take care of you, buddy. Congratulations, man, on winning that whip. There you go. One more look at it. I'll make a video for it too. All right. That'd be good. All right. Okay, so we're at 41 minutes. We'll figure out a better system for this next time. Make sure you guys bring your friends. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it right there. That's my first video of actually being on for more than 5 minutes. So got a lot of things to work on, obviously. But YT Dub, congratulations on winning the whip, and thank you guys for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Okay. I'll post ahead of time before my next live video. So thanks, Jim. We'll see you next time. All right, guys. Later.